The bird of prey, and I lied to everyone. I should be at the pre-shading stage because I need to pre-shade the bird of prey, the viper, and the female tank. But I'll show you all once we get through the little assembly line here of why I didn't do it just yet. But anyway, the BOP thrusters, the bird of prey thrusters. I was not satisfied with it. I actually took a piece of clear plastic and sanded it and, on the back just to diffuse the light. And I tinted it, and I didn't like it. It just didn't look right. So what I did is, let me get the little battery going. I redid it. I took a piece of white paper and basically took a orange magic marker and colored it in, and it still made it translucent where it lights up and gives still the flickering effect. What I'm going to do next is I'll pull the paper back off, and then I want to take some Tamiya clear red, and I'll shoot it on the actual clear part itself, and then it'll be basically ready to go. So then basically need to mask that off, and then I can start painting. But anyway, that was a quick, easy fix, and I like this a whole lot better. It gives it more of a cooler look than the cheap plastic that I was trying to do. But anyway, I'll try to show everyone here if I don't drop it. There's the clear part, so and I stripped most of it back off with Windex because it was basically future and food coloring, and so I stripped that out with Windex, and then took just a white piece of paper and did a little bit of orange on there, and got yourself a thruster engine. So looking forward to doing that. So hopefully I should be able to get some painting done, but I'll show everyone that in just a minute. The Kettenkrad, I got it pretty much glued down. It's still going to be just a little bit warped, but that's the best I can get it, and I couldn't get it any more straighter. So what I'm going to do next is, this side's pretty flush, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to shoot some tulip in here, and that'll blend it in and still give you the indentation of the cover there, where it's still basically a panel line, but that should do it. We're pretty much straight. It doesn't look like it, but it is. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little more, put some super glue there and just get that where it's flush like that and be straight. And I'll be done with that part of it. And then what I'm doing now is we're doing the headlight or the handlebars section here, which I got most of it assembled. One thing I got to do is sand the headlight itself. It's I should have done it before I put it on, but live and learn. It shouldn't be a problem. What I'll do is I'll take where Mr. Sanding Stick is, get that knocked down, and then take some Tamiya primer, which is in the little jar, and I'll put it around there, and it should work out a-okay. But anyway, just getting all the little parts on that supposed to go on. I've pretty much got everything on. There's little bolt nuts that go on the sides. I got to get them on, and I'll be done with that. Then we can get to this part where we actually assemble it onto the main housing. So slowly but surely we will get it together. The female tank, which I need to paint, which we'll get that probably done this afternoon because we got to do the other three as well. The TV8. So I did get the road wheels on all sides. I'm down to the idler wheel, which is basically one on each side, two resin parts, and you get a deal of photo etch for the idler that goes on the front here. So anyway, I got to figure out from their instructions. I understand the parts, but I got to see, make sure everything fits accordingly, and we'll do some assembling of that hopefully probably tomorrow morning, and then I like to get that done, and then I can start on the track. That's the main my main objective is to get the track done, because that's the most time-consuming part. And we'll do a little bit each day, and then we won't make it a big chore, and it should be easy enough. But anyway, we're pretty flush, so that's a good thing. And then once we get the track on, we'll be good to go. The Roadrunner, I wanted to show. I don't know if I can. Hopefully, I can show everyone. What I've done, I was going to do the tail lights individually, but I decided against that. So what I did is I cut them the width of the section, and I didn't do these two sides yet, but I did these. And what I did is I cut clear plastic, and I dipped them, and I'm using the paint as a glue, and it gives it a much better shine. It hides the painted look, and it makes it look more, the light when it reflects on it, give a little more realistic tone to it. And I really don't know if the light will, you can actually see the difference. But anyway, that's it gives it that actual look of the deep red plastic like you see on tail lights when the light hits it just right. So that should work out. And I'll try to do a normal light, so hopefully everyone can see it. But anyway, I'm going to finish that probably either today and get that dipped and on and let that just cure. The Roadrunner itself, I actually I got it all assembled. The only thing I got to do next is I got to add a little bit of a wash around the rims of the tire just to make them pop. The windshield, I sanded it down and got it all the hard spots off, and then I went and vacuum formed it. I got a new windshield. Felt like the windshield doctor I see on the commercials. Got that on. I used micro crystal clear, and there you have it. The only thing is the hood here, it wants to fit but not either, and the problem is, if I can get it just right, is if you can see the little tabs there, I'm probably going to have to whack them off and just make nubs so it'll fit more flush on there. That's the only thing that's hampering it. I did that on the petty car, so I'll have to do it on this one, but well, that's not a big issue, so we will get that taken care of. But there you have it. It's all assembled, and I got to put the chrome parts on, and I forgot to. I always forget one part. That's the bottom of the bumper, and it's got to be painted green. So I'm probably going to try out my new Sherwood green here from Scale Finishes. But if I just want to try it out, if it don't look right, I always got my correct color to paint it. So no big deal there. But anyway, there you have it. It's all assembled. Now I do got to paint the exhaust, and we'll do all that once we get a little farther along. But I'm ready to do decals, so I'm getting some pictures sent to me so I can put the correct decals on this specific car, which is going to be some of this. So anyway, that's where I stand on it. Warhammer. Let me get Mr. Light on here. I started painting, and I just basically did the flesh tone, and that's just this Reaper's paint. I like it because it's just a tad bit darker than most of the model color. And you could do oil paint, but I'm going to do all acrylics. So what I did is just put just a simple little flesh base coat on. I'm going to let that dry, and then I'll go in and do some washes and everything. But one thing I like to do is I like to get all the basic colors on. This way I can go back in with the a finer paintbrush, and get everything squared off like his pants, if it's got a little flesh on it and everything. But my objective now is to get more flesh on him, and then get all the basic colors. Like, for example, I'll get the gold on him, get the steel color and the white on there, and then we'll go back in and do washes and do some dry brushing and do some detail painting and all that. But anyway, that's the first step of that. I did go in with a knife, though. I had to clean up a little bit of seam line, which not too bad. A little time consuming, but ain't really, it's expected. But anyway, so that's going to be fun. So we'll started him today, and we'll continue on painting with him. The the reason I couldn't pre-shade is my Harbor Freight airbrush went out, and it just kept on. I just kept spraying and spraying and wouldn't stop. But one thing I did find out, and I went and bought another one. This is the one that you can. This Harbor Freight one came with the compressor that you can buy, which I'm a big fan of it. This is one you can buy separately, and I've been wanting this one because it's a tad bit different from the one that you get in the compressor. So I'm going to try that out today while we pre-shade the models over there. But I did find out that the needle of the master, or excuse me, of the Harbor Freight fits in the master airbrush. So that's crazy. And this is my future airbrush. This is what I always use to just shoot future. Big enough cups so you can spray everything that you need, and there you have it. Anyway, I may try to figure out if the other parts will fit in the master too from the Harbor Freight one, so who knows. Call that one the Frankenstein brush. But anyway, that's what I got going on today. Going to do some airbrush duty. Roadrunner getting assembled, getting ready for decal, doing some tail lights. The TV8 getting its wheels on. And we are getting ready to pre-shade some models and continuing on the Kettenkrad. So that's what I got going on today. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.